What we want a capacitor discharge unit to do is provide a very large current for a very short time. The large current is necessary to move the solenoid across. The short time is because if the current's there for a long time, it'll burn out the solenoid winding. The heart of a capacitor discharge unit is, not surprisingly, a capacitor. Here it is. And you'll notice this one has a small plus sign on it. That's because it's an electrolytic capacitor and will only tolerate DC voltage across it. We can look upon the capacitor as a bucket that will store a large charge of electricity. And we fill the bucket, or charge the capacitor, through a fairly high value resistor. Because the resistor's a high value, we'll only trickle charge the capacitor, and so it charges up very slowly. You can see the way it charges with this voltage waveform here. So the voltage across the capacitor is rising to its maximum, which of course is 16 volts. When it's fully charged, there's 16 volts across it, and that's how it stays. There's nothing to take any current out of it yet. But if we close one of the switches, what will happen is current will be drawn from the capacitor and the capacitor will discharge very quickly through the rest of the circuit. So let's press the green button here. As you press that button, it closes the circuit, making current flow from the capacitor, and this is quite a high current, remember, through the solenoid winding and pulls the movement over to the right. It doesn't last very long enough to move the movement across, but then the capacitor's discharged, so we've got no more current flow. You'll see the voltage across the capacitor now is 0, so there's virtually no current flowing through the circuit, only that little trickle charge current coming through the resistor, and that won't burn anything up. If you release the button, it goes open circuit again, and so no current at all flows. The current through the resistor now starts to charge the capacitor again. The capacitor will charge up to its full potential, and again it's ready for driving the solenoid. This time we can use it to change the points back to their original position. So we'll press the purple button, the capacitor provides a large current and discharges through the purple switch through the left solenoid and then pulls the movement back over to the left. Release the purple button and the voltage starts to rise again, ready for the next time you want to use the capacitor discharge unit. This shows the basic idea behind a capacitor discharge unit, but these days a CDU that you purchase from the shop will be more sophisticated than this. The one that Ian's using takes AC input. Well, this circuit won't tolerate AC, it won't work with AC. So all we would have to do is, if we've got AC coming into here, is put in a small power supply before it.